folks, this is Zeke again with Muddy River Fishing Buddies, and we're continuing our wiring of this house. And today I want to show you how to wire a ground fault receptacle. It's a ground fault circuit interrupter, GFCI receptacle. How to do it by itself and how to add another receptacle down the line that GFI will protect. And I'll explain that to you as we go. So right here we have a box. We have a wire coming in, which is called the line. That's your power. That's where you're getting your power from, whether it's coming from another receptacle or if it's coming from the panel or wherever. That's your line. That's what that's called, line. On this case, we have a load, which is basically that wire is going over here to another receptacle that once I put this ground fault circuit interrupter in, it would protect this circuit also. So in other words, it makes this receptacle, which is not a ground fault receptacle, ground fault protected. So that then you can go down the line and you can just add as many as you want to on that circuit, but you only have to buy actually one ground fault receptacle and it'll protect all of those. So what we have is on a ground fault receptacle, if you'll look at the back of it, you will see that it says line and it says load. So the line wires will go in these holes and the load wires will go in these holes. Now on the side, you'll notice that the screws are different colors. These two screws are gold colored, whereas these two screws are silver in color, and this screw is green. The white or the silver screws are your neutrals. The gold screws are your hots, or your line and your load. Your black wires will go on the gold screws. Your white wires will go on the silver screws. Now, when you put your line on, you have to make sure that both the white and the black are in on the line side of this receptacle. So we got the silver screw on the line side, so that gets the white wire that's from the line or from your power. And then the other side, you got the gold screw on the line side. We'll get the black wire that's from your line or the power. The green screw is your ground. So you'll take the bare copper, which I have twisted because there's two wires in here, and then I'll put a crimp sleeve on it back here. That way, that's a mechanical crimp. It can't come loose, so that puts all my grounds together. And you'll tighten this up. Now, if you're only protecting the one receptacle, you're finished. You put this back in the box, put the cover on it, turn the power back on, and you're done. But if you're wanting to protect other receptacles in that line, then you would add the load wires. So we've got these wires that are going over here. We take the black one of the load and we put it on the gold screw on the load side. And we take the white one, put it on the silver screw on the load side. And you make sure those are tight. And then you would put that back in the wall, put your cover on. And then you get over here to a regular receptacle, and you have the same thing. You have gold screws for the hot or the black wire, and you have silver screws for the white wire, and you have a green screw for the ground. So on this one you would take, and it doesn't matter on this, you take your white wire, you go in your silver screw, tighten it down. The black wire goes in the brass screw, tighten it down. The green wire goes on the green screw, tighten it down. Then you'd put this receptacle back in the box. If there's a fault, if you have something plugged into, say, this receptacle, and there's a problem, there's a fault, it will kick the receptacle out over here. It will pop this button out. To fix it, what you do is you unplug whatever was there, whatever's causing the problem, you just push the button back in, you reset it. And that, folks, is how you wire up a ground fault circuit interrupter into this circuit. And as far as receptacles, like I said, you could add more receptacles down. You just daisy chain them in, and this ground fault would protect all of that circuit. There you are. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will get back with you and try to answer them. If you like this video, if it was helpful to you, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.